Hello and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Complete Modding Guide. And in this episode, as you can see by the code, if you've already had a glance at it, you see we'll be creating an achievement. So for this example, we'll be creating an achievement which unlocks when you craft a flint and steel. So not when you pick it up or anything, only when it's taken from crafting, then you get this achievement unlocked. So I'll be showing you how to declare the achievement, how to give it a name, description, a custom icon that you see in like the achievement map or the icon that appears when you get it, and also this example here of triggering it. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is declare the achievement. So to do that, as always, we put public static final for declarations, and then instead of putting here like item or block like you usually do, we're going to put achievement because that's the type of variable. We're making a variable off the class achievement, and we call it something such as achievement 2 or something like that, equals, and then we put new achievement because that's what's going to extend off the class achievement, which all achievements extend off. And there's a Java class called achievement list which has all the achievements in the game currently, and as you can see they all extend off new achievement. And then you put 2 brackets after that, a semicolon, and now we can get on to adding the information for the parameters inside of this inside of these brackets after new achievement. The first parameter we need to put in here is the ID of the achievement. Now refer to the class achievement list which has all the current achievements in to check for ID conflicts. So you see that 0 to 26 has been taken, so anything past 27, but I'll put 100 so in case we did create a mod and we wanted this to carry on forever in the future, there's really no chance the achievements will conflict with ours. So the second parameter we put in here is a string variable name of this achievement, so we call it something such as craft flint and steel. Now this is not the visible in-game name that you can see like on in the achievement map and stuff. This is just a name that we have to have, but it's not a visible one. So the third and fourth parameters of this, which I'm going to do together, are the column and row of the achievement. So this is basically visible in the achievement map. So when you press escape, go to start menu and then of Minecraft and go to achievements, that's the map. So basically it goes so that you do it from the center, which is 0, 0, and take an inventory. This achievement here is at 0, 0, and everything to the right and down below it is plus, and everything to the left and above is minus. So if we wanted if this is 0, 0 and wanted ours to go to 4, 2, if we typed in 4, 2, then the first thing's a column, so it will go 4 to the right because that's positive, and then 2 because it's the second row from this, and because it's positive it goes down, so it would be 2 down here. So if we put 4 minus 2, it would be up here somewhere because it would be 4 to the right, 2 upwards because it's a minus. So yeah, we're going to put that in now. I put something like 5 comma minus 2, and also check against achievement list that your combination, so not the individual numbers but the combination of numbers, isn't used anywhere else in here so that it won't conflict or anything. So the fifth parameter is the texture of the achievement. So this is the icon that you can see when you get it, so this one here, or in the map which represents it. So when you don't hover over it, it's just represented by its icon. Now this is, you don't put like something.png, you have to put an item whose texture this will use. So if we go into achievement list, we can see that something, for example, open inventory, the one at 0, 0, the main one, has its fifth parameter as item.book, so it uses the texture of the item.book, and as we can see in the map, it obviously uses that there. So we're going to have to choose a item which has texture we want to use. So I'm going to put item flint and steel. If you wanted to use your own custom texture, but the item you didn't want to create a visible item, then all you have to do is declare the item with this texture, with the texture whatever texture you want to have with it. Give that item the texture, but don't add any inventory names for it, don't add it to any creative tabs, and don't create any recipes for it, and then that item won't be visible in game, but the texture from it can be used. Now this last parameter of these brackets is the parent achievement of this achievement. So that's basically the achievement that needs to be unlocked. This achievement will be locked if we set this to another achievement, and only once that achievement that we've set it to has been achieved, only then can this achievement actually be unlocked, available for us to achieve. So if we take an example such as Build workbench, we can see that build workbench's last parameter is mine wood. That basically means mine wood, it's his parent achievement. Actually no, let's choose mine wood. Mine wood's parent achievement is open inventory. So we can see that, yep. So if we go into this texture, the screenshot I took, sorry, you can see that here's the open inventory one, here's the mine wood one, but it's locked because it requires taken inventory. And when we do unlock that, achieve the open inventory, we can see that it gets unlocked, ready for us to available for us to achieve. Another thing about having parented achievements is that you get this line to connect to them. So because that's a parent of this one, it has a line connected to it, and because this one is a parent, and this one's here is a parent of this one, it has a line connecting them. But if you don't want it to have a parent, you just want it to be unlocked completely, regardless of if any other achievements are unlocked or not. If you want to have that, so it's sort of like a solo achievement, you set this to null. So that basically means it doesn't have a parent achievement, but the only problem is it's not, sort of bad thing is it's not connected to any other achievement by a line. It's sort of just by itself. Now this line's pretty much nearly finished. We just have to do a last thing at the end, and we have to do a method, and we put dot register achievement. So this basically, obviously, as it says, registers the achievement to the game so it can be visible and achieved. Another method we could put to the end of this is something called dot set special. Now what this does is, well, I'll show you. You can see these textures here, there's normal squares and stuff, but can you see this one with the bow? It's like got this really weird jaggedy curly border. That's what it does, it just makes it look awesome. It doesn't do anything to the achievement or anything, it just makes it look much better. But if you don't want that, which I don't, you just remove that line. So that's our achievement declared. So now the next thing I'm going to do is give this achievement a visible name and description. So the method is called modloader.addAchievementDescription, description, but there's 3 parameters because one of them is for the name as well. So that name obviously is visible in the map, the name being at the top there and the description the light grey. Or when you achieve it, get an achievement, the name's in yellow and the actual description is in white. So to do that, we put inside the public void load method modloader.addAchievementDescription, or actually DESC, brackets, and then there's 3 parameters. We need to put first parameter is the achievement this applies to, and that's the variable name, so we've got it here, achievement 2. The second thing, var1, is the in-game name, so the yellow text when you achieve it, or the white text in the map. So we'll call it something sort of gimme dat flint or something like that. And then var2 is the description of it, so the light grey in the map, or the normal white text when you achieve it and it's in game in the top right. So we call it something like craft a flint and steel boy. So that's the achievement's name and description done. So now we're going to move on to a way we can trigger this achievement, and the way I'm going to do it for this example, there are many ways you can do it, like loads and loads. The way I'm going to do it is a method in the base mod class called public void taken from crafted, which basically says what happens when such and such thing is taken from the crafting bench. So not when it's picked up or anything, but specifically when it's been crafted. So we're going to first create this method. Sorry. So we put here public void taken lowercase from with a capital F and then crafting with a capital C, brackets, and then put some braces. Yeah, I found out they're called braces, the curly brackets. Put some braces, and now we just first got to put stuff inside of this, some arguments or some parameters, whatever you want to call it, inside these brackets here, and then the actual contents of the braces, which will allow this achievement to get triggered when such and such thing is taken from the crafting. So yeah, the first things we're going to do are the stuff inside the brackets. The first thing is the variable for entity player. So we put entity player space and then give it a variable name such as var1. We need that so we can do something called adding a stat, which I'll explain later. Next thing is item stack, which we give a variable name of var2. We need that so we can say if the item stack's ID is the same as flint and steel, when we take it from crafting, then such and such can happen. And then the third thing is something called inventory. So we put capital I and then inventory with capital I again. Give that something such as var3. We don't actually need this, but we need to. It's like in the base mod, this inventory variable is a necessity, even though for this occasion we don't actually need it. So inside this taken from crafting method, we are going to use an if statement. So we use if else statements. We have an if and an else. But for this example, we won't need an else. We just need the if statement. So to create that, we just put if, 2 brackets, and then 2 braces. And then inside the normal brackets, we need to put var2 dot item id. Oh, sorry. 2 equals, and then item dot flint and steel dot item id. So as you're saying, is basically if var2, if the item stacks id that we've taken from crafting, if that's equal, so not if it is equal, we're not assigning it this, we're saying if it's equal to id of item dot flint steel. If you wanted a block, we would change item id both times to block id and change this obviously out of block as opposed to item. But we're just going to say if the item we take from crafting, say if the item's got the same ID as flint and steel, hence if it is flint and steel, do whatever's inside the braces. And so the thing we put inside the braces is the thing that triggers the achievement, and what it is var1 entity player, remember, is var1 var1.add stat. We've got 2 parameters to put in. The first thing is what's the stat going to be that's going to be added. So obviously it's going to be achievement 2. And then the next thing is how much is going to be achieved. We put 1. So what this basically means is entity players going to add a stat. A stat is like adding health, movement, everything pretty much in the game is added, has a stat added to like the sort of records. And one example of a thing you can add is a stat for the amount of achievements you unlocked, and it'll add in a stat saying the achievement 2 will have been achieved once this method's been run. And after the comma we put 1. This just basically says how much of achievements can be achieved. 1 just basically means 1 achievement's going to be achieved. If you change this number, it's just going to break it. So whatever you do, just leave this as 1 no matter what. So that's our this example triggery thingamabob done, and all of our code done. So now we're going to test this achievement. As you can see, if I go to start and then achievements, you can see none of the achievements have been unlocked, not even the first one. But as you can see, our achievement, give me that flint, with the description below it, craft a flint and steel boy. As you can see, it's unlocked. It didn't give it a parent, so it's all automatically unlocked, but it has no line connector or anything else. Well, this has a parent as that, so it's connected to it, but it's not unlocked yet. And it's at the 5th column from the from here, and because it's -2, it's 2 above. So we're going to first trigger this open inventory one to get that out of the way. And as you can see, it's still unlocked. Nothing's been really affected except for this bit here. And it's still not been done, so we haven't even achieved it yet. So we're going to achieve that now by crafting our flint and steel. So we put a flint and iron. Nothing's going to happen yet, but look at the top right. We take it, and you can see achievement get, give me that flint and steel, because we crafted our flint and steel. And if we go to achievements now, we can see it says here, give me that flint and steel, crafting flint and steel boy, taken. And it's not blinking because it's we've achieved it. So that shows our achievement works. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. If you've got any more questions, put it in the comment section below, and please subscribe to my channel, as that supports me a lot. I'll have this code for you available for you to download in the description. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys next video.